Now your host, Romy Bean, and the coach of the CU Buffs, Deion Sanders.
Fakes the handoff, set the throw, throws it to the end zone, catch it to one, end zone, touchdown! Looking, rears back, going for the home run. Will Sheppard is out there, dives into the end zone, touchdown! Pressured in his face, throws it left side, and it is intercepted! Intercepted! Oh, what a spectacular play! Cameron Sylvan Craig all the way to the house and a fumble recovery. How about that Colorado defense?
I can't even tell you how emotional I am about these young men and seeing what they could do when they put it all together.
Welcome into beautiful Boulder, Colorado. We are back after the bye week, back with Coach for Coach Prime's Playbook. And I'm sure that bye week was wonderful for everyone, but I'm curious, so much momentum built after that game. Do you like taking a bye after that?
Yeah, we needed it because we have several guys a little nicked up, a little banged up that need some time. And plus, you kind of want to recalibrate and just sit back and improve the things that you need to work on and enhance the things that you're pretty good at. But most people think that losing is the time to make changes and to get on their butts. No, winning is that time.
When you look at that win and then you talk about what were you most impressed about and what changes did you want to make after that?
The unity. I was really impressed with all of us showing up and getting the information to arrive at the game at the same time. Usually the offense is there in the first half, defense not. Usually the defense there in the second half, the special teams didn't show up. Usually the special teams show up, offense, defense didn't show up. This was the first time that all three units showed up at the right time and the proper time, and we put it all together.
So 5 games in, and you've got 2 on dominating road wins. What is the key to taking this on the road and doing so well?
Unity, togetherness. The guys understand their responsibility. They're understanding what the coaches expect from them. And now we're at the age and stage where ain't no surprises. You know, Will's coming on shortly. We know what he's going to do. We know what the receivers are going to do individually as well as collectively. We know all the personnel and what they're capable of and what they're not. So it's up to us to understand that and put them in the right place.
Now, I know going into that UCF game, a lot of people didn't pick CU to win. I know in this building, you guys had no doubts that that was going to happen. But one of your good buddies didn't think it was going to happen. Let's take a listen.
UCF's going to run the ball, shrink the game, limit Colorado's opportunities. I'm going with UCF.
Against our good friend Deion? Really? He texted you this week and said what a great job you were doing. Wow.
Coach, unbelievable.
I got your back, Deion.
Well, first of all, Miss Terry knows ball because Miss Terry picked right.
That is 100% true.
Yes.
Yeah, I did text Coach.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Miss Terry's right there with every minute. And let me tell you something. On some of our lowest moments last season, I'll go back to the phone. I put my morning messages out, and it'll be a text on from her, just encouraging me and motivating me. And I absolutely loved it. So I thank her for having our backs.
Now, did you text Coach Saban and say, what's up with that?
I didn't say that. That's the grand poobah, man. That's
true.
the magna cum laude. You leave him alone.
That is true. We are loving the TV edition of him, too. He's fabulous. So my question is, a lot of people are changing their minds. Probably the biggest one be Paul Feinbaum. He went on a show and he said, look, I was wrong. So my question is there room on the bus for people who've been critical to change their minds?
Well, you got to understand with these gentlemen, they understand if you mention us, you get clicks. You get known, you get spots all around the country, and now you're known for that guy that's been hating on us. I mean, you could change your tune and all that, but it was proper. I understand him, I respect him. I don't get upset with him because he's just doing his job and he's trying to hang on in a world full of people that want attention. So I do not fault him whatsoever. I do understand.
Okay, well, you know what I want to talk about? We got to. In the UCF game, might forever be remembered with Travis, striking the Heisman pose. But it's not something that you had a conversation with him about doing this before? How did this come about?
I think after he caught his touchdown, after he caught his first touchdown pass that day, I was like, get that pose on him. He was like, not right now, not right now. And that's really what I said. That's all I said. It was kind of in passing.
It's that time of year where universities start helping with that campaign. Look, you got a campaign for the Hall of Fame. You got it, unless you're you got a campaign for the Heisman. Anything going on? Anything in the works for Travis?
I don't know if you have to. I think you play campaigns for you. I mean, you could do all you want, but you got to perform. You could have a tremendous presidential campaign until you get up there and talk, you know, and what they call a little thing, the debates. Until you sit up there and debate. Now you start looking like a fool if you're not prepared. So debate is sort of like a game. We could hype Trav up all we want. He still has to perform.
But you don't almost have to hype him up. You just put on the tape.
You just let him play.
Yeah.
You just let him play.
Speaks for itself. All right. Well, we did love that Heisman pose. That's going to be forever.
Yeah.
It's going to be so great. You mentioned Will Sheppard. We've been waiting for him to have his breakthrough game, and he sure did. We cannot wait to speak to him. Coming up next, get to know Will Sheppard a little bit better. We'll be right back on Coach Prime's Playbook.
Sanders with a clean pocket, looking deep for Sheppard, and it is a diving catch. Oh! Will Sheppard, full extension for his first Colorado touchdown.
Welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and what you just saw there, Will Sheppard's first touchdown in black and gold, and we were waiting for it, Will, because obviously you were huge at Vandy with the leading receiver, leading in touchdowns. But it took a little time. So talk to us about what was that like, staying patient, staying ready, waiting for that moment?
I mean, I've always known everybody's going to have their games. Everybody's going to get their opportunities. We got a deep room. So not every game's going to be your game necessarily, but just staying patient and finally getting what I came here for, basically.
What was that challenge with, you know, at Vandy, you're the guy, right? Started all 12 games. You're in a room where there's a bunch of wide receiver ones. So what's that dynamic been like for you?
I mean, I knew that coming in here. That's part of why I came in here, to get rid of those double teams and be able to open up the field for me, and knowing that just being patient, having to humble myself a little bit, I guess, you know, coming from Vandy, getting all the targets there, to come in here and having to share more. I think it just opens things up for me, though. And I
want to know, how's it playing in that light every week? Like, you hear about it before you come, but every week is like every play counts.
Yeah. I think it's some people might look at it as pressure. I came here for that. I came here for the lights. I came here for the exposure. I enjoy it, and I don't think it's anything that I'm not ready for or I can't handle.
Has it been what you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Is there anything surprised you?
No. At the end of the day, it's just football.
Yeah.
You're just doing what you've been doing since you were little.
Will's been making plays every game.
Yeah?
And he wins. Even the ball, when it does not come to him, he's winning. And trust me, they have such a relationship with the whole offense, especially with the quarterback, is when they don't win, they hear about it.
Yeah.
Like, they win, because
Yeah.
I'm coming to you. And he wants to come to him, because oftentimes he may be backside one-on-one and he's looking for him. So he's made some tremendous plays. Just think about two plays that are huge that they didn't give him the catch a couple of games ago, right, at home. Like, you make that play, it's another huge play. And other plays that we didn't come up with. But they're a huge plays, but he's always in position to make the play. That's what I love about it.
You talk about showing how mentally strong you are. Obviously, there was the Hail Mary, and then you come back the next week and you have this huge game. A lot of people might crumble under that pressure. How did you stay strong and be ready for what ended up being a huge game in UCF?
Honestly, I had time, a couple of days where I was a little more down, but it was just staying mentally focused and staying prepared and knowing that this was a redemption game, and then to really go show people who I really am.
I was tripping when I heard what he was thinking.
Okay.
Because I don't think like that. I don't give a darn what people think transpired on the field. I know him, and I know what he's capable of. So when you came off the sideline, when you caught the touchdown last week, what did you say?
I said, I'm back.
And what did I say?
Never left.
Never left.
You never left. What
Absolutely.
you mean you back? You never left. You've been him.
Yeah.
You don't stop being him. You've been him. You just put a comma in that thing and let's just keep the sentence going.
What's that like to get that kind of support from your coach?
Definitely a confidence boost. I think that's something that I needed to. I was a little down on myself, which I don't like to get too down. Never like to get too up either, but definitely hearing that definitely helped me out.
Before we let you go, I heard you were at the Bama Vandy game. What was that like?
It was wild. I got a bunch of teammates that still play there, so getting to see them play.
That's crazy.
Junior had a big touchdown to go up by 9. A bunch of my guys out there just performing in the big stage, being the #1 team. It's crazy.
Incredible. And, of course, they played right after Coach Saban saying that's the one easy place to play in the SEC. I got to imagine they took that personally.
Yeah, they did. I got a little bit of heat, too, for something I said about having one of the most complete wins. So I had to hear from them, too, but I'm happy for those guys.
That wasn't a bad thing. I didn't think you were being derogatory.
No.
I didn't think you were taking a shot.
No,
I thought you were just speaking. You ain't built like that anyway. You don't condemn nobody. He don't do that.
Yeah, we can tell. No, we absolutely love it. And, Will, now we're just chomping at the bit to see what you do this Saturday against Kansas State. Thanks so much for taking the time today. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
And coming up next, we are going to take a deeper dive into the Kansas State Wildcats, get a preview, and see what Coach thinks. We'll be right back.
It's returnable. Here he comes. There he goes. Touchdown.
Backpedaling. Losing the football is Mensah, and it's scooped up. Jack Fabris to the house. Johnson to throw for it. Lobs one down the sideline, and Giddens on the wheel route. Touchdown.
Well, welcome back into Boulder, Colorado. Coach Prime's Playbook. You see that field? They're about to get it ready for the big game. And that brings us to who's next. The Kansas State Wildcats, 4-1 on the season right now, doing pretty solid. This is going to be the first meeting since 2010 with the Buffs. It's been a long time. We obviously know their secret. They average 252 rushing yards per game. That's the second best in the Big 12. But let's hear back from Coach Chris Kleeman, who, I don't know, might be losing some sleep thinking about how he is going to contain Shedeur Sanders this week.
I think Sanders will be the first quarterback picked off the board. He should be. In the film that I've seen of a lot of the top guys, I think he's an excellent thrower. You can't really confuse him. I've seen a lot of different teams try to manipulate coverage and disguise, and he does a really good job pre-snap to post-snap. And he can make all the throws.
Well, I see no lies in what he had to say there. But the big thing with Kansas State, their secret to success is kind of no secret. They run the ball.
Right.
They stop the run really well. What stands out to you about the Wildcats?
They're consistent.
Yeah.
They're not going to beat themselves. I think they only average maybe 3 to 5 penalties a game. So they're not going to beat themselves in that realm. They do what they need to do in the moment they have to do it. They're not going to overwhelm you with this or that. But these guys are consistent. They're a lot like North Dakota State, a lot like that. So North Dakota State didn't do anything to beat themselves, and we expect the same sentiment. Their quarterback is very versatile. He's mobile. He can throw. He can run. They have one of the best running backs in the country, I feel. And then Dillon coming in to give him rest. And the defense don't really give up too many explosions. I like what they put on tape. It really is. You're looking there, you're trying to find holes in everything they do, and they're well coached. They're tremendously coached. Yeah, it's going to be a task.
Interesting that you say that they remind you of North Dakota State, because, of course, that's where Coach Kleiman came from. And DJ Giddens, you mentioned him. I mean, it feels like he's a home run play possible every time he touches the ball. But your defense has been fantastic against the run. This is going to be a really good matchup. What kind of a test do you think this will be?
Yeah, tremendous test. It's just like we had the last time we played. We went up there against, I believe at that time, one of the top teams in the nation in running the football with a quarterback that's built like a darn linebacker or lineman. I mean, he's a big fella. But we loaded up the box and did what we had to do. That puts pressure on the outside guys. These quarterbacks are similar. This guy is much more versatile. I feel like he's faster, quicker, and both of those guys can throw pretty well. But both teams are well coached too. I mean, you can't take nothing away from that. It's gonna be a task. We match up really well together in all categories.
I like it. It's going to be fun. And, of course, it's going to be the return of Dylan Edwards. You've coached him since he was a kid. He chose to transfer out. What's that reunion going to be like?
Man, I'm happy for anybody who chooses to go somewhere else and just take their game in life to another level. I'm happy for him. You can't hate on a kid. You can't dislike a kid just because he wanted to go somewhere else. It's like a woman mad because the guy want to date somebody else or vice versa. Like, let them be happy. And he is. And I'm proud of him that he's making some plays there. He's getting opportunities to run the ball like he desired here. But I'm happy for any kid that wants to move on.
Beautiful. All love. I think he was interviewed and he had nothing but wonderful things to say as well. So good thing for everybody, but it'll be great to see him back here either way. We got to take a break, but coming up next, bye week, people were busy. We're going to talk a little bit about it. We'll be right back here on Coach Prime's Playbook.
Yeah, how stupid is that? This is Travis Hunter. This is Travis Hunter. This is Travis Hunter. That's who he is. He's a tremendous player. Where did he do that at? Somebody help me here. I mean, tell me. Am I seeing something?
You've heard a lot of impressions, but I think this might be the most accurate one I've heard, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you guys are getting caught up in the tire.
Okay.
And you're looking at the tire and trying to match the voice. I don't think so. Now, I've heard some. And Lou Young is good.
Lou Young's good.
Lou is the best one to me.
Well, he's funny, too.
Yes. Lou is the best one because all the hand gestures and all that stuff, Lou gets it. I like that one. I like the gentleman, of course, but I didn't think the voice was on point.
Okay. There you go. That's some constructive feedback that we'll let him know. Busy bye week, and of course, Shedeur was out in Vegas, and everybody got really excited because they saw him chatting with Mark Davis. What do you make when they just start having a conversation?
It's so funny because I know him like a book.
Yeah.
First of all, putting his hand on the shoulder and embracing him, that's a pro.
Okay.
That's a pro. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him because those gestures right there, eye contact, leaning in, and then embracing some of the women superstars of the WNBA, and my dear friend Nancy Lieberman was there, Cheryl Swoops. He sent me pictures of all them that he met there as well as E40 and Mayweather. He had a great time.
I love it.
I think I'm living vicariously through Shedeur and Charlo. I really am. And Bucky. Yeah, I really do. They doing stuff that I would love to do, but I think I'm past that time of doing it. Yeah, I would love to do it, but I'm not a Vegas guy.
Okay.
I'm really not an out guy anymore. Yeah.
So we'll let them do it.
I'm in bed. By the time he's shooting those videos, I'm in bed.
Okay. Well, that's good. And you know what? It's time for the show to end, too. So, Coach,
tell me what I need to know what our viewers think. I think I'm going to shave this week.
Oh. Did we catch that?
This has been Coach Prime's Playbook with Romy Bean.